super dirty window, but it's a dreary, rainy day out, so I am inside and I'm working on a new project, testing it, and this is brioche. So this is what I was practicing my brioche with the syncopation adoration hat for. There's thunder. So I'm just trying a few different needle sizes right now. I'm gonna try one more, and then this is the yarn I'm using. It is Truboo Sparkle. I got this at Joann's for significant discount, but to be honest, it's a recommended yarn. That's why I went for it. But rayon just isn't really eco-friendly, and this yarn is super splitty. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Like, there's some significant splits in the yarn. Like, I kind of went, like, look at that. So I'm hoping to be more careful with it in the pattern as I get used to working with this, but I don't think I would recommend at least the Sparkle Truboo. I haven't used the regular one. So this is a test knit. It's called the Thea Tank, or Thea, yeah, I think it's the Thea Tank. And if I'm allowed to share, I will show pictures. I'm working on my first ever test knit. So this is the Thea Tank by Miranda Makes, and I recently discovered her when I made my making Instagram. So if you don't know, a few weeks back I started EBKnitsbyEmily Instagram account. That way my EB Knits handle is all like EB Knits business related, and then EB Knits by Emily is more my personal make, so I'm separating the two. So it's brioche, which again is only my first garment, second brioche project. It's just second to that Briolicious hat, which I talked about here already. I already did it last weekend, and included the pictures and stuff in this video you already saw. This is my swatch. I really didn't know what to go with. I went down a needle size to start because, like I said, I'm usually a really loose knitter. This is what the pattern calls for, a 3.5 millimeter. And then I went up a couple of needle sizes just to see what it's like. But ultimately, I went with the 3.5 millimeter that called for needle size. That is what I got gauged with. But I just wanted to keep practicing brioche and see what it was like, essentially. So I had a little bit of trouble getting row gauge, and that's why I kept messing with it. But this is where I got stitch gauge the best, and my row gauge was, after blocking, was really close. It was really, really, really close. So went with this one. This is, like I said, so here's the top. Here's where I'm at right now. It is brioche. I'm working on these increases. Oh no, look at that mess up. I might have to go fix that. Dang it. Okay, well, I might have to go back and fix that. Rip out a few rows. That's gonna stink. But it's a really interesting construction. So this, you actually start here. You start here. This is your cast on. You knit down to here, and then you put these stitches on hold. Then you pick up stitches right here and here. So you pick these up and knit this way for the shoulder. And then you go down, and that's where the design comes in. So it's a really interesting construction. I've never made anything like this before, but it's really fun and interesting. I like seeing how it comes together. I am getting better at brioche. This is the yarn I'm using. It is the Truboo Sparkle by LionBrand. Now, a lot of people are using Truboo. No one's mentioned it's splitty, but this sparkle for me is pretty splitty. It's worse on my gauge swatch, but as I've gotten better, like this is my gauge swatch. As I've gotten like more used to the yarn, I've been more careful. So, and finally, I have to block this. It does look much nicer after blocking, I've realized, and my gauge evens out after blocking, of course. So it will look nicer then. But this. Okay, here is my progress on my test knit. I just joined in the round for the body part. However, I think I'm going to have to rip back, because look at that. Something is wrong there. It's supposed to look like this side looks right. On both sides, that part is good. But here, even though it's the wrong side, that is not right. It looks fine on this side, but I think, so far, that is wrong. So I'll probably rip back, but I wanted to just check in before it gets too dark out while there's sunlight to show you where I'm at. The stitches are a little wavy. I'm sure that will even out with blocking, but other than that, it's been tricky. There has been, oh, here comes my cat. There have been some, okay, just gonna sit right on my thing. All right, great, Moonlight. Thank you so much. Okay, well, there has been a good amount of ripping back, but it's okay. You know, it's all a work in progress. So, that is where I'm at with my test. So now it's just like knitting the body, and then there's some ribbing at the end. Oh, she wants head scratchies. So then there's some ribbing at the end, and that's all. So once I figure out this in the round part, yes, head scratchies. Once I figure out this in the round part, okay, hello. Geez, sorry for repeating myself a million times. So once I figure that out, I should be, knock on wood, cross my fingers, smooth sailing, good to go. Yes, here you go. Hopefully for the remainder. So I think the trickiest parts are done once I get this handled. So, all right, here goes ripping this back, just this one row, and figuring that out. So, all right, happy knitting. Okay, I'm in my pajamas, and I'm showing skin, so give me grace, please. But I wanted to show you, this is my test knit, the Thea tank. I went ahead and added the ribbing in both spots, on the neck and the arms before finishing the body. The armholes were pretty big, but with the ribbing, I think that helped a lot. And then I am a little worried. So another thing I'm a little bit worried about is my swatch shrunk like by 2 stitches. It went from like 18 stitches and 4 inches to like 20. And that was gauge, so that's what I went with. But someone else in the group chat said theirs grew a lot. I always second guess myself that I'm doing something wrong, you know? So now I'm like worried when I block, is it gonna grow? Did I do something completely wrong? Like, I know knitting is all of an independent thing, but I'm just nervous. I don't want it to grow. Like, I would prefer, like, I want these stitches to just, like, look nicer, straighten up a little, and that's what I want. I want the stitches to straighten up a little, and if it gets a little smaller, I'm cool with that too. So, also, this is version 2, obviously the side is closed, but she just redid the pattern a little bit so that there's some changes in the shoulder area, but I had finished this. She just sent it out last night, and I had finished this before last night, so this is the original version, so it probably won't be the final pattern released. I'm thinking about making a second potentially, and if I make a second, I'll use her new instructions. But that's where I'm at right now. So I have to knit the body for however long I decide to make it, and I think there's some ribbing at the bottom, I'm sure. Then it'll be done. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a lot of trial and error, but I think it's cute. The only thing is I'm a little dissatisfied with this part. Oh, sorry about the dirty floor. I'm a little dissatisfied with this part. I wish that was tighter. I need to pull my stitches a little bit tighter, I think. Maybe that would do the trick, but otherwise, I am a fan. So this is a Thea tank, and this is my update. I have not woven in any ends yet, but look, or blocked it. Literally just bound off. Oh, and you can see my sports bra underneath, so I'm not wearing the appropriate outfit, but this is my Thea tank. I really like it. I think it's cute. The armholes are kind of low, but it's okay. I'm excited to see what happens with blocking. I think my brioche will even out a little bit, and we shall see. So here it is. I will show you probably tomorrow after I block it. Okay, I'm going to take finished objects of this beauty. So those are coming next. I'm going by the pool. So it's done, the Thea tank. I think I'm gonna make another though.